last few minutes, yes, we were stalling. We were stalling. You guys are used to dealing with traffic, and we were dealing with a lot of traffic here in Fort Worth, but I'm happy to tell you, we got some boats in the house. You guys ready to get this weigh-in started? What an incredible, incredible week this is, and this is just day number one. Can't wait to pack this house as this week goes on. This is the greatest spectacle in all of sport fishing. This is the 55th edition of the Bassmaster Classic. Are you guys ready for this weigh-in? Of course, this is the Bass Pro Shops Bassmaster Classic presented by Under Armour. Got to thank them for being our great sponsors here this week. We got 56 anglers, the goal to make it into the top 25 and fish on Championship Sunday, where we will crown the 55th Bassmaster Classic champion right here in beautiful Fort Worth, Texas. But we can't do any of that without welcoming our weighmaster, our tournament director. I need you to get real loud. Let me hear it for Chris Bowes. Chris, man, this is a great crowd, a great week we've had so far. I mean, the crowd at takeoff, it was inclement, to call it lightly. And I was amazed the amount of people that showed up there. This is day number one. These guys got to work a little harder because it's always the smallest crowd we have, but this place is going to be packed as the week goes on.
Yeah, takeoff was fantastic. The weather, it's throwing us some curveballs all week in practice. Little brisk out there this morning, but the crowd, probably one of our best, if not best, Friday crowd. So we appreciate all the fans. If you're out there this morning, give yourself a big round of applause. But we got 2 more days to do that out at the state park. So you need to get out there and cheer on your favorite anglers.
Starts at 7:30 in the morning, right?
That's right, 7:30 or safe light. We look great all weekend long, a little breezy. So, dress warm, get your Under Armour on, dress warm. But it's going to be a fun weekend. The fishing has been great. The numbers of big fish for a classic, really it's been a while since we've seen that. And I suspect we're going to push that record, that all-time record that Kevin Van Dam, obviously one of the greatest, if not the greatest of all time, set just a few years ago in New Orleans. So you need to come out. You need to watch us on Bassmaster.com. And, of course, you need to come to the weigh-ins. And how about that light show, that app, that Bassmaster app? You got to download that. That was cool.
Very cool. It's going to be even better when this place is packed. I have to give you a little credit, though. Tournament department worked extra hard this week. There was a lot of people who thought that today may be in jeopardy of being canceled. You guys had to change some stuff.
Yeah, Dave. I mean, if you're going to have to change things, you want the best in the business, and we have that here at Bass. Texas Parks and Wildlife, big round of applause for them. Give them a big round of applause. They really helped us pivot, and really want to give a lot of credit to the anglers themselves. They adjusted, they adapted to the plan, the shift in plans. They embraced it, and we're going to have one heck of a weekend here in Fort Worth, Texas.
Sure, I'm going to let you set up the scales. And ladies and gentlemen, as I told you guys, this is just day number one. 56 anglers, the best of the best, qualified to be here. And I know you guys are going to make lots of noise and welcome them here to the Dickies Arena, right? I am so jealous of the dude in the third row just because he has a cold, refreshing beverage in his hand. And I like people better when they do that. I know you're going to get really, really loud, ladies and gentlemen. Chris will set up the stage. But one more. How about this? We got an LED floor here, ladies and gentlemen. First time in Bassmaster Classic history. Let's hear it for the LED floor. You guys know who's been to a Bassmaster weigh-in before? Let me hear. Who's never been to a Bassmaster weigh-in before? Everybody that's been to them before, let's welcome the rookies. Because that's what makes this event so special. That's what makes bass fishing so special. I've never met an angler that I don't like. You guys truly are the best of the best. Incredible people, and we are going to have a lot of fun here today. But as I said just moments ago, if you've been to a Bassmaster Elite Series weigh-in, if you've been to an Elite Series weigh-in, you know when I spin this towel, I need you to get really, really loud. I'm the world's least likely cheerleader, and when I spin this towel, I need you to make lots and lots of noise. So let's try it one time. I would say that was pretty good. I think the people right here that know I can see them, they're making lots of noise, but I feel like there's some people in the stands that are not making any noise. One more time, let's try it. Chris, you ready to go? He's good to go. Are you guys ready to go? This is the 55th edition of the greatest spectacle in all of sport fishing. Are you ready? This is the Bass Pro Shops Bassmaster Classic presented by Under Armour. It is day number 1. One more time. Are you ready? Let's get ready to wave. Feed me the first one.
From Knoxville, Tennessee, welcome Robert G.
This is his very first Bassmaster Classic. 18 classic rookies in our field this year. And he wants to get to the Knoxville Classic, which is next year, and the best way to get there, obviously, by winning this Bassmaster Classic, and he's proved to be a winner. 4 top 5s in his rookie season on the Bassmaster Elite Series. Get loud for Robert G. Looks like a good way to get things started here for day number 1. A good bag of fish for Robert G. Welcome to the classic stage. 5 fish here today to start things off for Robert G. 16 pounds, 2 ounces, and he is leading the Bass Pro Shops Bassmaster Classic presented by Under Armour. 16-2, gonna weigh with one of those for Mercury Big Bass, or not gonna weigh it. Not gonna weigh it because we are in Texas and you know it's not gonna last that long. But Robert, your first time fishing the Bassmaster Classic, I predict your first of many ahead of you. How you feeling today?
Man, I'm not gonna lie, I was super nervous this morning at blast off, and you know, thankfully the Lord blessed me, and first spot I rolled up to, I caught 2 in the first like 20 minutes. You know, that settled me down, and I ended up catching more fish today than I did all of practice. So I had a good day on Ray Roberts, and I can't wait to get back out there tomorrow.
A little better as the weekend moves on?
Yeah, I hope so.
Love to see it. Let's hear it for him. His first Bassmaster Classic crossing the stage. We got much more coming. Feed me another, Tom.
Welcome from Sylacauga, Alabama, Will Davis Jr.
He is a 3-time Bassmaster winner, 2 of those Bass Nation national titles. He won both those back-to-back, but also an Elite Series champion and took that Elite Series win in his rookie season. This is 3rd Bassmaster Classic. Keep that noise going for Will Davis Jr. Five fish for Will Davis here today. Needs 16-3 for the lead, 12-15, not gonna take the lead, but dig deep in that Crush City weigh-in bag and show a few to our fine friends here in beautiful Fort Worth, Texas. $12.15, so a decent day today, just not, you know, like they say, we'll hear it a bunch during this way, and you can't win it on day number one, but you sure can lose it. You didn't lose it. You're still in this thing, and I think it's anybody's game. We're in Texas.
Oh, absolutely. This place has got giants, you know. I just done good keeping on my hat all day. The wind's been whooping, and I had to turn around and pick up my ambassador's glove and hat. He lost a glove, and, you know, it's just one of them deals. It was like a rodeo out there today, but the Nitro Z20 XL, it's a new boat that they have. It is one of the finest boats I've ever been in, and that Mercury, it pushed it up and down the river all day, and, you know, the Powerhouse lithiums, you know, they're great batteries, and I've been running them since day one of my career, so hats off to them. And, you know, I'm just an old country boy from Sylacauga, Alabama, that was raised by my parents. They're right over there. My dad, he owns Davis Bait Company, and, you know, growing up watching him work hard and to put food on our table, you know, growing up, man, and get to do this for a living, it's truly a blessing. So we're going to go out there tomorrow, and thank all y'all for coming out, and let's go catch some big ones tomorrow.
Go make it happen. How about another, Tom?
All right, Dave, how about from Muskogee, Oklahoma, Blake Caps?
His very first Bassmaster Classic, from one Bass Nation National Champion to another. This one, the reigning Bass Nation National Champion. You can see him on the Bassmaster Elite Series, where he just kicked off his rookie season there 2 events ago, 2 events down in Florida, but his very first Bassmaster Classic appearance. 1 fish here today. Fish only needs to be 16 pounds, 3 ounces to take the lead. 2 pounds, 13 ounces. Not going to take the 2:13, so a tough first day, but hey, you're fishing the Bassmaster Classic, and I know that's not how you want to cross the Classic stage, but remember, you're crossing the Classic stage.
Oh yeah, this is a dream come true. I've sat in those stands, and now to be up here on the stage is just incredible. I knew we made it this morning because I had a fan come up to me, a young guy, and asked if I would sign his forehead. So,
you signed a forehead?
Signed a forehead, so that was the first time. There was a lot of first times today. I actually later on today took a little drink in the pond today. I fell out of the boat.
Why?
I was trying to get up there behind some of these trees, and we stopped, and I kept going.
When you were down there, did you see any fish?
Well, they say the water is warming up, but still pretty cold to me. So,
what's the plan for tomorrow?
Man, we're gonna change it up, and we're gonna go for it. So we're gonna need a bag. But like I said, I'm just glad to be here, and this is awesome.
Great to have you here. We look forward to seeing you back here tomorrow. Awkward.
Welcome from Northport, Alabama, Justin Hamner.
He is the reigning and defending Bassmaster Classic champion. Not just that, it is his birthday today, ladies and gentlemen. Let's hear it for Justin Hamner. Justin Hamner with 4 fish here today, and it looks like he definitely got 1 birthday bass in that bag. 4 fish to start things off. 14-14, so you move into second place. Digging deep in that Crush City weighing bag. Oh boy, it looks bigger even close up front. Gonna weigh that one for Mercury Big Bass. Definitely gonna take that lead over. 7 pounds, 11 ounces, and that's a brand new Mercury Big Bass. So not bad, pretty decent day. And this is, I mean, I know you never want to be one short of your limit, but a lot of people predicted coming into this classic, they said, hey, this is a classic somebody can win and they don't need to have a limit every day. So I'm sure you're hoping that they were correct.
Yeah, I'm hoping they're correct. We're in Texas, right? Yeah, that's Texas got some big old bass. I mean, I caught that one big one. Man, I just lost like 3 more that size today that it would have been really cool. But anytime you get to walk across this stage, it's just a special feeling.
Special feeling, and you stood in the middle of this stage last year and hoisted that trophy. How are you going to celebrate your birthday tonight?
I'm going to kick myself for losing those fish. Hopefully eat some chocolate cake, hang out with my little girl, and we got a 3-month-old little boy that might have came from this tournament last year.
What are we talking about, a little post-tournament victory party?
I didn't miss that week, I'll just say that.
Children, earmuffs.
Hey, Christina, love you. Man, I'm ready to get back out there and go catch some fish. And whoever said that Chicago was the windy city ain't never been in Fort Worth in March, because y'all got it going on down here. But I'm ready to get back after tomorrow, get them fish in the boat, and let's see what happens.
Awesome job. Always great to have you here. Happy birthday. Let's keep them rolling.
From Newcomerstown, Ohio, Hunter Shryock.
Here we go. A former motocross racer now making his living on the Bassmaster Elite Series. His 5th Bassmaster Classic. Five fish here today for Hunter Shryock. Oh boy, we might have a new leader here looking for 16-3 to take the lead. 21 pounds, 12 ounces. 21-12. Not only is he a new leader, but that is a brand new Crush City Monster bag of the day. Bassmaster Classic.
Pinch me, Dave, pinch me. How's it going, guys? I appreciate everybody coming out. That was an amazing day. I couldn't have asked for anything better. I had 7 bites, and what are you gonna do? They were all good ones, so learned some stuff, but man, it's always a blessing to be up here on this stage. The last time my dad got to watch me weigh in was at this arena, so it's super special for me, and it had me thinking the last couple days, there's a lot of kids that wanna be up here. Just remember what you're doing right now, because as much as it is fun to be up here, it's all about that journey. I find myself looking back on all the memories I tried to get here and the things that I've done. That's what's important. So you guys have fun doing it. I know a lot of you gonna be competing against me, but man, this is awesome. Can't wait to get back out there tomorrow and see what happens.
That's the future, but your immediate future, obviously, is you put yourself in position to potentially become a Bassmaster Classic champion here this week. 1 day down, 2 more to go. How you feeling about your chances?
You know, it's a high risk, high reward deal. You guys know what I like to do. It's big string, big rods, and battling a lot of maybe not a lot, but enough Texas-sized bass. So I had to make some adjustments today, but I think with what's going on, Ray Roberts is going to show out for the next 2 days because that cold really hit him back, and tomorrow it could be wide open.
Looking forward to watching it go down. Let's hear it for Hunter Shryock.
From Union City, Tennessee, welcome John Garrett.
A former collegiate champion, fishing his second Bassmaster Classic, but this one he is rolling into as our progressive Bassmaster Angler of the Year leader on the Bassmaster Elite Series. Digging deep in that Skeeter live well, get loud for John Garrett. That's why you come to Texas right there. 3 fish here today for John Garrett. Definitely going to weigh that one for Mercury Big Bass. 3 fish here today. £16, 13 ounces with just 3 fish, ladies and gentlemen. Hold him high and let me hear it for John Garrett. $16.13. We're going to weigh this one for Mercury Big Bass. Needs to be better than 7 pounds, 11 ounces. 8.12 and a brand new Mercury Big Bass for John Garrett. Man, if you're only going to catch 3, it might as well be those 3. Do you feel bad taking Mercury Big Bass away from Hamner on his birthday?
Absolutely not. Hamner won this thing last year, so I don't mind taking everything away from him. What do you have today? 14 looks like? Yeah. No, I don't feel bad at all. But no, and as y'all are going to tell, it's really tough to get a bite out there. And we had 5 bites today, only got 3 of them in the boat, but they were the right 3. I mean, that's what we did today. We tried to go out and catch the 5 biggest bites that we could get. And we had that opportunity, but only got 3 of them in. But I started the morning off, the first morning of the Bassmaster Classic, with an 8.12 in the first 15 minutes. And the first thing I thought of was like, I'm going to get to hold that up in front of everybody. And man, if there was someone within a mile of me, they heard me when I caught that fish. I was pretty excited.
Excited, I'd say, and that's a great way to, get away from those nerves. It's been a few years since you fished a Classic. A lot of people at takeoff, an 8.12 or an 8.13, that'll calm you down in a hurry.
Yeah, that was exactly what how I wanted to start this tournament. I just want to give a huge thanks. I got a lot of people from home up here in the corner, and man, I could not be more thankful for all the fans out here, all the companies I represent, family and friends. Just grateful to be here fishing my second Classic, both of them here in Texas. And man, what a way to start the Classic with some big fish. And I think Ray Roberts is going to continue to show out the next 2 days.
Can't wait to watch it go down. Congrats on a great start. Let's hear it for John Garrett.
Welcome from Charleston, Tennessee, Jacob Foutz.
From one former collegiate champion to another, Foutz had a breakout season on the Bassmaster Elite Series with a 4th place finish in a progressive Bassmaster Angler of the Year race. Two fish here today. 4 pounds, 7 ounces, puts him in 6th place currently. So a tough start to things here this week, but you got 2 more days to right the ship.
Yeah, absolutely. It was certainly a tough day, but buddy, does it ever feel good to be back up on this stage, man. When I walked off the stage in 2018 at Lake Hartwell, I was 19 years old and never knew if I was ever going to make it back, and boy, it feels good to be back.
You're back, and I'm predicting you'll be back for many more of these. How do you change things so you stay alive in this tournament?
I got to catch 5 big ones. That's how you do it. This place, Ray Roberts has got plenty of big ones to do it. Even with 4 pounds, 7 ounces on the first day, you're not really out of it. You can go out tomorrow and catch 35 pounds. It's swimming out there. So looking forward to the challenge. It's been a challenge all week, man. The wind has been absolutely brutal. Looks like it's going to go again tomorrow, so we're going to go bob around, but we're going to catch us 5 big ones tomorrow.
You'll figure it out. I have faith in you. Let's hear it for Jacob Foutz.
From Ava, Missouri, welcome Cody Huff.
Cody Huff, a 4-time Classic qualifier and another former collegiate champion, has to kick stones across the stage. The walk of shame in bass fishing. Unfortunately, nothing today.
Man, nothing today for me, unfortunately, but in the grand scheme of things, a bad day being a professional bass fisherman really isn't all that bad. There's bigger problems out there. So, man, thank the good Lord for just a fun day. And just all you fans for us getting to do what we get to do. We love you guys. And, of course, my family up there, and my sweet little girl, my pretty wife, and the whole crew made it down. So, hey, we're in Texas. We get to go bass fishing tomorrow. If I get a hold of one, I might tear his face plumb off.
I'm looking forward to watching it go down. Wish you luck tomorrow. This next one, he's fished a few classics, and I'm excited to see how this one works out for him. All right, we'll wait a few minutes to see him. But what you've already noticed is a bunch of Toyota Tundras have rolled through here. All of our anglers rolling through in Toyota Tundras. Beautiful Toyota Tundras have been sponsoring bass for over 20 years. Toyota as a company does more for the sport of bass fishing than all the other truck companies combined. And those Toyota Tundras are built right here in the great state of Texas. Let's hear it for that, ladies and gentlemen. We want to thank the great folks at Toyota for always supporting bass fishing, for caring about our sport, and for putting their emblem on this sport, for choosing this sport and being a big part of it. Toyota has been such an incredible supporter for so long, over 20 years, as I said, and it is incredible to always have them by our side and always rolling through here in beautiful Yokohama tires. Now, I was really excited to see him, but guess what? I'm even more excited to see him. Feed me another, please.
Well, Dave, from Panama City, Florida, welcome Drew Benton.
An 8-time Bassmaster Classic qualifier, 2 Elite Series wins. Won Rookie of the Year a few years ago on the Bassmaster Elite Series. Look out. A Rookie of the Year both on the Elite Series and the FLW Tour. And if that's a look at things to come, he might be threatening to take the lead here in beautiful Fort Worth, Texas. 5 fish for Drew Benton here today, looking for 21 pounds and 13 ounces. Needs 21-13 to take the lead. 21 pounds, 8 ounces. Just 5 ounces short of the overall lead. But after day number 1, Drew Benton has thrown his hat in the ring for the 55th edition of the greatest spectacle in all of sport fishing. 21-8, and I think you'll take it. I mean, you're not so worried about moving into second place. You're in a great spot, and you've definitely put yourself in contention moving into the weekend.
Yeah, as tough as practice was this week, I'm just thankful to have that. You know, we went out there and just ground it out. I had 2 little ones in there, had 3 great big ones. If we can just find 5 of those, like those 2 I held up, we'll put ourselves in the mix. This place has them. It's just a really, really tough fishery. It's a challenge, and we just got to keep our head in the game.
I know you'll keep your head in the game. I mean, I kind of talked to you this morning. I don't know if you'll tell me. Are you looking at them, or will you tell me anything up here?
I will tell you, it is a lot hotter than it was, and I like what I'm seeing. I didn't catch any looking at them today, but I think that's coming, maybe by day 2 or day 3.
I would love to see you here on Sunday holding that title. Let's hear it for Drew Benton.
From Peterborough, Ontario, welcome, Chris Johnston.
He is the reigning and defending Progressive Bassmaster Angler of the Year. An Elite Series champion, fishing his 6th Bassmaster Classic. One short of his limit here today, 4 fish for day number 1. But it looks like 4 good ones. Four fish for Chris Johnston. 13 pounds, 15 ounces. He moves into 6th place, currently 7:14 short of the lead. But let's hear it for him, ladies and gentlemen. $13.15. I know you're probably frustrated to be 1 short of your limit. Did you ever have that 5th one on?
That's the worst part. That's why I'm so frustrated today. My first bass of the day, I was throwing a shaky head, and I hooked one probably about 3 1/4, 3.5 pounds, and I'm fighting it. And I was reaching, trying to lip it at the side of the boat. I hit it twice with my hand, and I should have just bear hugged it and grabbed it in the boat, and it ended up coming off, and I ended up weighing 4 fish. So 3.5 pounds in this turbie is a lot of weight, but the nice thing is I'm not completely out of it, and there's a dirty 30 swimming out there all over the lake. So I just got to get 5 of them tomorrow.
It does seem to be warming up a little bit, finally. I mean, it might actually be time to wear those shorts somewhere other than the arena. Do you think that'll help the bite?
100%. And to be honest, I had a little deal going. I found the last day of practice, our official practice, and I had a couple big ones on beds. And I was really looking forward to getting out there, and the water dropped 5 degrees in temperature, and they were gone. So I had to scrap that plan, and I'm happy to get what I got. I knew it wasn't going to get many bites. And I'm going to go out and hopefully I figured something out at the end of the day today, and I can get a few more.
Want to see it happen for you. Always great to share the stage with you.
And welcome from New Iberia, Louisiana, Caleb Sumrall.
A Bassmaster Classic. It's a very respectful handoff of the bag there. 2 fish here today.
Don't want to break you back with that bag.
2 fish for 5 pounds, 6 ounces. Puts him in 8th place currently. He worked hard for him. He's going to hold him high for you, Fort Worth, Texas. Let's hear it for him. So a tough first day, but you got to get him tomorrow, right?
Yeah, man. I mean, you can only do better than that. Well, I'll say that, man. I shot on one fish for a very long time today. I have no excuses. I just, whatever reason, I was getting bites, just weren't getting it, man. And that's one thing about this lake, that if you don't capitalize on every bite that you get here, it's just not an abundance of bites. I have a feeling that I'm doing the deal that I need to do to catch a giant bag. That's how I practice for this event, and I'm going to try to adjust tomorrow and make that happen. Thanks to all my friends and family that have come out. We had a big old crawfish ball at the Tally Ranch in Pilot Point. Thanks to my guy Ryan Brown yesterday. Ricky Pike with Creole Steel, keeping me out on the water. And I'm going to tell you guys this. I have got absolutely the best Ray Roberts boat, the XR21. It handled the big water and the wind today. And you pair that with a power pole move, it's pretty hard to beat. So you guys need to check that out.
Before you leave the stage, I want to talk to you about something that's been pretty evident during this weigh-in. The amount of former Bass Nation national champions that have weighed in, the amount of former collegiate champions. It's amazing the stair-step program that Bass is now. But you wouldn't be here without the Bass Nation. Talk to me about that.
It is hands down one of the best way I can explain it to people, it gives the working man a fighting chance on his way into the elites. If it's a dream to fish the Bassmaster Elite Series or Bassmaster Classic, you guys need to look into Bass Nation. It gave me a platform after losing my job. 2 months later, I won the Nation Championship. 8 years later and 4 Bassmaster Classics later, here I am still chasing the dream down. So that's what Bass Nation has done for me. You guys need to check it out.
Amazing program. I love hearing about it. Let's hear it for Caleb Sumrall.
From North Prince George, Virginia, welcome Jacob Powroznik.
He's a former Dakota Lithium Rookie of the Year, a 9-time Classic qualifier, and 4-time Bassmaster winner. Powroznik has been close in this event before. Is it finally time for Powroznik to hold the most coveted trophy in professional bass fishing? One short of his limit here today, 4 fish to start things off for Jacob Powroznik. 12 pounds even, puts him in 8th place right now. You're going to get another shot at him tomorrow. What happened out there today, Jacob?
Well, we got blowed around. I felt like I was playing Jenga all day or ping pong in those trees. And I had a chance at number 5 a couple times. And these fish right here, if you pitch a worm or something around, they'll let you know when they get it. But it was just so windy, I couldn't feel them. They get hung up in those trees and come off. And that's just part of the fishing. But I know everybody here watches Instagram. There's a little blonde-headed kid, and he says he's cranky, he's tired, and he's been working hard all day, but he will wrestle. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
All right, but I will not wrestle Caleb Sumrall. I'll wrestle anybody else, but not Caleb Sumrall. I promise you that. But yeah, we burned 20 gallons of gas today, running around that rough water, Falcon boats, Mercury motors. We went everywhere we wanted to go. It wasn't a problem, but please let the wind lay down just for one day.
Would love to see it happen. Always great to have you here. Let's hear it for Jacob Powroznik.
From Barnesville, Georgia, welcome Cody Stahl.
Fishing his very first Bassmaster Classic. Georgia angler decided he wanted to be a pro at the age of 7, and now he's finally a Bassmaster Classic qualifier, and we are sure happy to have him here with us. 2 fish here today. 2 fish for 8 pounds, 8 ounces, puts him in 9th place currently, 13 anglers into our weigh-in. He worked hard for him, dig deep in that Crush City weigh-in bag. And let's hear it for him, ladies and gentlemen. 8-8, so toughish day today. Not probably how you envisioned this going down, but you got 2 more days to right the ship.
Yeah, definitely today I just chalk it up as a practice day. I definitely got my work cut out for me, but, some days you're the bug and some days you're the windshield, and today I was the bug. So we're going to clean that windshield off and see which one I am tomorrow.
Have you already, you had a little bit of a drive back here. Is it just a slight adjustment, or are you making major changes tomorrow?
We're just going to make a few minor adjustments because I know I'm around them. I got the Lee Livesey show quite a bit today. So, I'm definitely around some fish, but tomorrow I just got to capitalize on some bites and, just make it happen.
I know you can make it happen. Let's hear it for him. His first trip across the Bassmaster Classic stage, his first time around this arena. And this weigh-in has been driven by the fine folks at Yokohama Tires. And we got to thank Yokohama, of course, for their great support of bass fishing. And the best way to thank a sponsor is by making lots and lots of noise. So ladies and gentlemen, let's hear it for Yokohama. Earlier in the weigh-in, they gave away a beautiful set of Geolander tires. They are beautiful. If you see them, they're right on our stage. I would love a set. I know you'd all love a set. That's why you got to show up to the weigh-in early and make sure you get a set. Make sure you be part of some of the amazing giveaways we have here at the Bassmaster events. And we thank you for supporting this great sport. So thank you, Yokohama. This next one, I'm not supposed to have favorites, but he is one of my favorites.
And me as well, Dave, from Belgrade, Maine, Tyler Williams.
Fishing his second Bassmaster Classic. He's a Bassmaster Open winner, and you see him on the Bassmaster Elite Series. Earned a century belt on Lake Fork last year. Five fish here today. 17 pounds, 9 ounces. He moves into 3rd place currently. $17.9, so a pretty decent day here today.
Not terrible. I survived. We'll see. I didn't really fish what I thought I would. I kind of just messed around. And I caught a 5-pounder messing around. I'm like, I'm going to keep messing around. So then I stumbled into a few more, and it was like, I'd be like, oh, man, I got 3. I need to get 1 more. And then it was like, number 4, number 5. And it was just, everything happened in 2s today. I don't know. It was pretty cool.
I think survived is the most important word in that sentence, because I worried about you this morning. Everybody at takeoff. Who was at takeoff this morning? Let me hear it from you, ladies and gentlemen. It was cold, right? It was cold. You were standing on the deck of your boat in shorts, not even wearing shoes. Is that to intimidate the rest of the field, or are you just an idiot?
I'm just an idiot, but I thought it was pretty nice out there. I mean, most of our tournament mornings feel like that anyway, so it wasn't anything new to me.
Well, I'm almost scared to ask this next question, but last Classic, we made kind of a story about it. You rode an escalator for the very first time last year at the Bassmaster Classic. Any first yet here this week in Fort Worth?
Just my second time on an escalator. First time in this bad of traffic, but I don't think there's any other first at the moment. We'll see. You never know.
Still a few more days, though. Great start to things. Let's hear it for Tyler Williams, the main event.
And now welcome from Grand Rapids, Minnesota, Easton Fothergill.
Fishing his second Bassmaster Classic, the first one as a college bass champion. This one through the Bassmaster Opens, where he doubled down and won 2 in 2024. Had an incredible cheering section at takeoff this morning, and I know they're here in the house. Let's hear it for Easton Fothergill. Oh boy, he went to work. 5 fish here today, needs 21-13 to take the lead. Looking for 21-13, 24 pounds, 15 ounces, 24-15, and that is a Crush City Monster Bag and a brand new leader of the Bass Pro Shops Bassmaster Classic, presented by Under Armour. $24.15. Wow, what a way to start things. 24-15, an incredible start to things. And me and you kind of talked about it this morning. You seemed unflappable up until the first 2 events, the Elite Series, and not to bring up bad finishes, but a tough start to your Elite Series career. Shockingly tough to everybody who's watched your career. But this event can be the eraser. You can erase all of that with a big week here this week. And you were 1 day down with 2 more to go.
Yeah, I'm having a blast here this week. I love Texas, and, you know, I did have those tough first few events, but, you know, I'm doing my best to rebound, man. I know all I can do is keep working hard, and, yeah, hopefully the cards fall in my favor.
Can you keep catching them like that?
You know, it's stressful. I caught 6 fish today, I had 8 bites, but every time I crack the whip, it's a great big one. So hopefully we can go get 5 bites tomorrow, put them in the boat, and hopefully they'll weigh something like that again.
It's amazing to see. I can't wait to watch it go down. Tom, that last angler, he was a former collegiate champion. I know this next angler is a collegiate champion, but he's caught a few other titles along the way. I'm pretty sure the collegiate program works pretty darn good.
Yeah, I would say that you're right, and especially for those War Eagle guys. There seem to be quite a few of them bouncing around the Elite Series these days. Well, from Cullman, Alabama, welcome Jordan Lee.
Returning to the Bassmaster Classic. He's got 2 of them, would love to add to that trophy shelf. His 6th Bassmaster Classic qualification. And as I said, he won 2 of them back to back, and one of those in the great state of Texas. 3 fish here today for Jordan Lee. £11 pounds, 3 ounces, moves into 11th place. He's made a comeback a few times before, so don't worry about day number 1. Let's hear it for Jordan Lee. Just happens to hold the record for the greatest comeback in Bassmaster Classic history. Is this all part of the plan? Let him get out front and make that giant comeback that we love to see on Championship Sunday.
You know, I wish that was part of the plan, but I'd be lying if I said it was. It was just, Ray Roberts has just been one of those lakes for me this week. It's just been a challenge to put a pattern together or even an area. But yeah, I mean, Texas having the biggest comeback, you really never know. You know, at Conroe, I weighed in 3, 4, and 5. So didn't even catch a limit except that final day. But, you know, the Classic, being back here, it's just special. It really is. I mean, you always want to come here and weigh in a giant bag of fish, and there's nothing like that. But when you don't, you just got to keep your head high, because being here is just an incredible accomplishment.
We love having you here. How bad did this event fuel your return to the Elite Series?
Man, it's everything. You know, winning in 2017, I'm sure some of y'all were there, it was special. I mean, for my family and for me, and you can't put it into words how much that meant to me. And I wanted that feeling again. I wanted to come back to this stage and see all the fans, and you know, it's just special to be here.
It's always special to share the stage with you. Keep some noise going for Jordan Lee.
And welcome from Blue Ash, Ohio, Alex Redwine.
His very first Bassmaster Classic. Let's welcome him, right? Let's hear it for Alex Redwine, ladies and gentlemen. Five fish for Alex Redwine here today. 10 pounds, 11 ounces, puts you in 12th place currently. Got his limit, so on the right end of things, quantity-wise, a little short on quality, but it's just day number one. Let's hear it for Alex Redwine, his first time across the Classic stage. Alex, great to have you here on the Classic stage. I know you've worked hard to get here. How did you calm down after you left the takeoff this morning?
When I left the takeoff, I was just smiling ear to ear. My goal for today and this week was just to catch a fish and to smile as many times as possible. Caught my first fish around 8 or 9 o'clock, and I was just giddy. Later on, I caught a few more, but it's just crazy. Looking back when I was 12 years old, I had a dream that at the time just seemed so BR and so just not possible. And here I am standing on the Bassmaster Classic stage several years later, fulfilling my dream. Yeah, I wanted to catch bigger fish today, but to be on the stage is just dreams come true, and it just makes teenage-year-old Alex so happy and so thankful for where fishing has taken me and gotten me so far.
It's awesome to see the Bassmaster dream is truly alive and well, but I know you don't want to end this tournament early. I know you want to fish all the way through to Sunday, got to be in the top 25. What adjustments are you going to make tomorrow?
I'm going to have to do something. I feel like I didn't catch a lot of fish in practice, but every time I would catch a fish, it was a good size. Today I got one decent size and then 4 more that were just keepers. But hopefully if we somehow if we catch one fish tomorrow, I'm still going to be smiling ear to ear, and I'm going to walk across the stage with a smile and just so happy to be here. But we are in Texas, and I do want to catch some big fish while I'm here.
Love having you here. Look forward to seeing you back here tomorrow. From one Classic rookie to another.
And welcome from Cottage Grove, Wisconsin, Kyle Norsetter.
His very first Bassmaster Classic. Came close to a Central Open AOY just a few years ago. You see him on the Bassmaster Elite Series. One fish here today. 3 pounds, 7 ounces, puts him in 16th place currently. But you're a Bassmaster Classic qualifier, nobody can change that.
No, not at all. Honestly, something funny is I thought about hitting the local Dollar General to get a blow-up fish just because I was worried I might not have one to hold. And here we go. We got one. We're here. We're on the stage. We got amazing fans. We're in this huge arena. The dream come true. You know, it was, 4 years ago now, the wife, me sat down and wanted to get a shot at going for professional fishing. Made it in our first year, and now we're on our 3rd year on the Elite Series, and here we are at the Bassmaster Classic. Couldn't really be any better, I think.
Only way to make this week better is to hammer them tomorrow. No more talk about going to the Dollar General and getting blow-up fish. How are you going to blow this scale up tomorrow?
Well, I had a lot of followers today, so hopefully we'll get some that will commit. We got a little lucky tree where we caught a 5-pounder. That's where that one came off. There was a couple more there, and you know, nobody's out of it at this lake. There's big uns out there, 10, 12-pounders, 7-pounders, so I feel like if we can crack 20 plus tomorrow, we'll have a shot to be fishing on day 3. We'll just have to see where it takes us.
Would love to see you here all the way through to day 3. Let's hear it for Kyle Norsetter. Professional bass fishing truly becoming an international sport, and this guy traveled a long, long way to be here, Tom.
Oh, he did, from Toowoomba, Australia, Carl Jocumsen.
Fishing his 3rd Bassmaster Classic, his 3rd consecutive Bassmaster Classic. And I love when he makes it here because he brings a bunch of Australians with him. Had a lot of crazy Aussies at takeoff, and I love each and every one of them for this former Elite Series champion. And it looks like he's going to give you something to cheer about here on day number 1.
Yes.
18 pounds, 14 ounces. 18-14 for Carl Jocumsen, Fear My Heart. A dream that started down under and brought him to the top of this sport. Carl Jocumsen, you are an inspiration to everybody around the world, and Fear My Heart is such a great moniker for you, but it amazes me, not just what you've overcome to be here, but the amount of Aussies that always show up. Every time you're in the Classic, they're always loud, they're always rambunctious, they stay up very late at night at times, but they are here to cheer you on.
Yeah, I was saying, my supporters, my fans, my family, they show up whether I'm dead last, before the final day, before I've ever won, they show up. And it means the world to me. I wouldn't be here without that support. It's unbelievable. If you've got a young kid and they have big dreams, this is to get here. It's the hard road. Take them down the hard road. The easy one does not get here. And I've hit every brick wall possible, but it led me right to where I'm supposed to be. And can't say thank you to the Aussies and all the support that I've had. Unbelievable day today. It's only day 1. I want to win. I want to become a world champion. I want to make history, and I'm going to do it one day, whether it's this one or one day in the future, but we're going to give it everything we got.
Well, might it be this day, because you have definitely done your job after day number 1. 2 more days. How you feeling?
Yeah, I feel good. I'm just cherishing every moment. Love my wife, my family, my little daughter. We've got another one on the way. Being a dad, it overshadows everything. And I'm so lucky, and I'm just so grateful that I get to do this. And Bassmaster has given me this platform. I looked at it ever since I was a little kid. You fans, you make it, because I looked at that and I said, that's what I want to do. And I've dedicated my whole life to getting here, and I'm just soaking it all in. Do you think we have enough Aussies to do the war cry? Let's give it a go. Aussie, Aussie, Aussie! Aussie, Aussie, Aussie! 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 Aussie, Aussie, Aussie! Love yous. Thanks, guys. Let's get them tomorrow.
Go get them. Let's keep them rolling.
From Myrtle Beach, South Carolina, J.T. Thompkins.
His second Bassmaster Classic. The last one he qualified through the Bassmaster Opens. This one through the Bassmaster Elite Series. A tough day at the office for JT Thompkins. What happened out there?
I really don't know. You know, it's one of those days where you don't know what happened. I had probably one of the greatest practices I've ever had. My practice partner, Trey, had probably one of the greatest practices, and we were near each other, and I just made a few errors. I lost a lot of fish, and that's just something you can't do on a tough fishery where a lot of people are weighing in 3-4 fish, especially when they're quality. But all my equipment performed great. You know, all my sponsors, there was no faults of theirs. It was all faults of mine. And I just got to take that and move on to the next day. It's the darkest before the dawn. So that's just what we're going to look forward to tomorrow.
A humbling day, obviously, but hey, you're crossing the Classic stage. And once again, I remember talking to you after you fished your first Classic through the Opens, and you're like, I need to figure out a way to do this for a living. You're doing it, and I'm expecting big things tomorrow. Can you bring it in here?
I'm going to try to give some space to my practice partner because I really think he's got a good shot, and I really would love to see him perform so I'm going to try to go do my own thing and separate myself and try to build on what I might have learned today in a different area of the lake and just go have fun and enjoy the moment. You know, this is the greatest tournament of all time. There's nothing that rivals it. There's nothing compares. The people in the stands, the sponsors that show up, it is truly the greatest thing ever. And whether you catch 0 fish or, you know, win the tournament, it is still a pleasure to be here. And I'm just going to enjoy every minute of it and move on to the next tournament.
It's a great attitude. Look forward to seeing you back here tomorrow.
And now from Auburn, Alabama, Logan Parks.
His very first Bassmaster Classic, the first of many for this young angler. Four fish here today for Logan Parks. One of the loudest cheering sections. Let's give him something to cheer about. 10 pounds, 15 ounces. He moves into 13th place currently. Logan, one short of a limit here today, but man, if you don't need inspiration to keep on hammering, you got it right there. What a cheering squad you have. They were very loud this morning and loud again here today. How much does that mean to you?
Man, it means the world. You know, I've always had this motto, go big or go home. And I do it in fishing, I do it in everything I do. I do it in my social media, I do it in really everything. And I can tell that my wife has adopted that motto with all those big fat heads up there. Those things are huge.
We need to see some huge fish tomorrow. Tell me about how you're going to change things.
Yeah, I had a terrible practice. I caught 4 fish in 4 days. So I just caught what I caught all practice long today. So we're going to continue to improve upon that. I caught 3 fish in the last 30 minutes, and that's why you got to fish hard all day long. I'm going to go straight there tomorrow morning and hopefully whack on them.
Can't wait to watch it go down. Let's hear it for Logan Parks, ladies and gentlemen. From one Alabama angler to another.
Yes, from Florence, Alabama, it's Justin Atkins.
He's a former Forest Wood Cup champion, a Bassmaster Open winner, but this is his very first Bassmaster Classic. First classic for Justin Atkins. Always great to have him on the stage. One fish here today, 3 pounds, 12 ounces. So a tough first day, but he worked hard for that fish. And he's one of the 56 best anglers because he is fishing the Bassmaster Classic. I know that's not how you envision things going, but hey, you're on the Bassmaster Classic stage, and I know you have dreamed of this moment for a long, long time.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to get through this without crying. Dude, the last 3 years I've sat on the bank and I said I'd eat a pile of cat crap to 0-0 in this tournament, like I just wanted to be here. So getting to do this, man's been awesome. You got to get a clue out there, and I just hadn't got one this week. The one day it was slick. I caught a few off the bank, so I got out there today and was just taking them over the front and managed to catch that one. I knew if I could get 5 bites, I'd have a good bag, and just couldn't make it work. We're going to switch it up a little bit tomorrow, but dude, like, my identity is not defined by Ray Roberts. You know, my hope is in the Lord, and he's good. My whole family's up here. I got 3 beautiful kids. I got another one on the way, man. Like, life is good. So I'm looking forward to going one more day, and if we catch some, good, and if we don't, that's fine too. I'm just glad to be here.
Life is very, very good. That's a great way of looking at things.
And now welcome from Orlando, Florida, Bobby Bakewell.
From one classic rookie to another, Bobby Bakewell qualified via his win in the Bassmaster Opens on Lake Martin. Two fish here today. 7 pounds an ounce, moves into 16th place. Gonna dig deep in that Crush City weighing bank and hold it high for you, ladies and gentlemen. Bobby, your first Bassmaster Classic. I know that's not the weight you had envisioned, but your Bassmaster career started when your dad toted around a picture of a 5-year-old Bobby Bakewell. Been signed by legends like Ray Scott, KVD, Rick Clunn. Well, now you're one of those legends because you're standing on this stage.
I don't know about that. Just because I get to stand here, I ain't as much as a legend as them, but definitely not the weight I wanted. But man, I'll tell you what, if that kid could see me here right now, he'd be pretty proud.
You should be very proud. I mean, and clearly future's so bright, you got to wear shades.
Yeah, I don't know about that, but I mean, man, I'm 26 years old. Hopefully still got a long career ahead of me. Had 5 bites today, only caught 2 of them. Got to watch Trey McKinney put on a show, and man, it hurt to watch, but that's fishing. That is fishing.
Definitely fishing, but another shot at him tomorrow. Great to share the stage with you. Let's hear it for Bobby Bakewell. And everybody loves this next guy.
From Chiba, Japan, Takumi Ito.
A 2-time Bassmaster Elite Series champion, fishing his 5th Bassmaster Classic. This dream started playing a video game when he was 7 years old. He won the Bassmaster Classic on the video game, and he wants to make that video game come true here. Oh boy, digging very deep in that Skeeter live well. Does he got something to show you, Fort Worth, Texas? Yes, he does. Takumi Ito. Just 3 fish today, but definitely one of the right ones. Three fish for Takumi Ito.
I don't think so. You want to try?
11 pounds, 7 ounces. He moves into 12th place, but he's going to hold it high for you one more time, ladies and gentlemen. Let me hear it for Takumi Ito. £11 pounds, 7 ounces. Gonna weigh that one for Mercury Big Bass. 7 pounds, 6 ounces, not gonna take that over. But Takumi, you always tell me you don't like big bass. That's a pretty big bass.
Oh, yeah, so it's pretty hard, but I found a fish so early morning and I tried to cast, but very strong wind, very hard to cast, but so completely so very good cast on the fish eating very easy. So but it's so big one, so very strong. But finally I got it.
Well, you have been working out. You're getting much stronger.
Yes. So I hopefully more stronger. But so you remember, so I fished Bassmaster Elite this year, the 2 Florida tournament. And this year, I try to more power fishing and swim jig, flipping, so one ounce punching, and 2 tournament I make the cut. It's good tournament, but right now it's my arm.
Injury.
Yeah, injury, because always I use a spinning tackle. So this year I try to the braid line 7.3 heavy action 7.6. Extra heavy, so bass fishing, power fishing, always heavier tackle is no good for me.
Can you fish tomorrow? You're okay, right? You're going to be okay to fish?
Hopefully okay, but this tournament I use a spinning tackle. It's okay, and I will try to stretch every day, so more stronger. I can. 7.3, 7.6 is okay. So I think it's more powerful right now.
I love a powerful Takumi. Always great to have you here. Let's hear it for Takumi Ito.
Now from Middleton, Connecticut, Alex Wetherell.
He's a former Bassmaster Open's Northern Open Angler of the Year. And way back in 2010, he was a Bassmaster Junior World Champion. Great to have him here at the Bassmaster Classic. Three fish here today for Alex Wetherell. 9 pounds, 13 ounces. He moves into 16th place currently. 25 anglers into our weigh-in. Alex, 9:13, so a decent day, but just need a few more like that one.
Yeah, that was my first fish in the first hour, and I catch that fish, and I hear all this screaming coming from the shoreline, and I look over, and some of my friends back from Connecticut had crawled through the woods and got over to the bank where I was and were cheering me on that fish, and I couldn't believe it. So, I mean, shout out to Johnny and Emily. I mean, they literally crawled through the boondocks and somehow found me with my location. So that was really cool, and unfortunately, I only got a couple more. The wind definitely hurt me, and you know, I was fishing shallow. I was hoping more fish would pull up into my areas. It doesn't seem like they did, so I need to make an adjustment tomorrow and hopefully get a much better bag.
We're going to get the opportunity, but you want to keep catching them, obviously, because you want to fish all the way through to Sunday. And it's good. When it's cold in Texas is the greatest time to go through all the brush because the snakes are sleeping.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, you know, I saw like a 4-foot dead one at the boat ramp, so I don't recommend doing what they did, but I appreciate it.
Great friends, great family, and great to have you at the Bassmaster Classic. This guy, he really enjoys Bassmaster Classics.
Yes, he does. From Kenora, Ontario, Jeff Gustafson.
The 2023 Bassmaster Classic champion, fishing his 6th Bassmaster Classic.
That was smooth, buddy. That was smooth.
5 fish here today for Jeff Gustafson. Five fish for 14 pounds, 11 ounces, so he sneaks into the top 10 in 9th place currently. 14-11 and sitting in 9th place as we near the halfway point of our day one weigh-in. $14.11, so not bad for a guy who had a really tough pre-fish, but you did say that final practice day things got a little better, and it looks like they were telling the truth.
Yeah, I had like a 1 pound spotted bass in there too, so it was the first spot I've caught on this lake, so I was actually pretty happy when I got it. But I had about my 8th cast this morning. Got a nice one on, lost it at the boat, and said some bad words. I think I probably scared my marshal a little bit, but we were good after that.
Gonna get another shot again tomorrow. You're right. Gonna probably finish right around the cut line. I know you want to fish on Sunday. How are you gonna do that?
Yeah, I know. I got to get 5 big ones tomorrow. It's so awesome to get to do this and fish this tournament. I mean, anyone out there that's watching this, you do whatever you got to do to get here, man. It's so fun, and this is the biggest stage we got in the sport, and I'm proud to get the chance to come up here.
Well, we're proud to have you as part of this sport. Let's hear it for Jeff Gustafson.
We'll go from one Canadian to another. From Peterborough, Ontario, Cory Johnston.
He's a 3-time Bassmaster winner. One of those a Bassmaster Open, but 2 of those on the Elite Series, and both of those in 2024. He doubled down last year on the Elites, and looky there, he's got a little something to show you. Fort Worth, Texas. Three Bassmaster wins, and what a season he had last year, and looks like a great start to things here at the Bassmaster Classic. He needs 25 pounds even to take the lead. 5 fish for Cory Johnston. 25 pounds, 9 ounces, 25.9, and that is a brand new Crush City Monster Bag and a brand new leader at the Bass Pro Shops Bassmaster Classic, presented by Under Armour. $25.9, a Crush City Monster Bag. We're gonna weigh this one for Mercury Big Bass, see if he can run the table on all our awards. 7 pounds, 10 ounces, not gonna take that, but with 25.9, you, my friend, are leading the Bassmaster Classic. How does that feel?
Feels pretty good, still early, got 2 more days, but man, I'm looking forward to getting out there tomorrow.
Can you keep catching them at this pace? Because you're on pace to break the all-time classic record.
I mean, I don't know, they live here. I didn't get a lot of bites today, but the bites I did get were quality. You know, I know I'm doing the right thing. It's just a matter of getting a little bit of luck on my side.
Well, looks like you got that luck rolling right way. Keep it rolling. Let's hear it for Cory Johnston. Who do we got next?
From Auburn, Alabama, Dave, Connor Jacob.
Another one of our 3 Bass Nation National Championship representations. His first Bassmaster Classic. Picked a tough act to follow, but great to have you here.
Kind of bad time.
5 good ones by the looks of things. 15 pounds, 13 ounces inside the top 10 in 9th place currently. Nothing wrong with that. A good first day at the office and a good first trip across the Bassmaster Classic stage. Let's hear it for him, Fort Worth, Texas. 15-13, so pretty decent day. You're sitting in 9th place. Going to be definitely in contention for the cut. How you feeling?
This is awesome. I mean, everything about this event is just supersized and crazy, except for my bag. It was a little undersized compared to that one, but I'm happy to have it. I thought catching a limit was going to be super tough in this one, and right off the bat, I caught a limit really fast, and then, you know, everything I expected flipped. I thought big ones were going to be what you catch, but not many, and I caught a lot of little ones today. So hopefully we can keep the lot and catch some big ones, then have a really good bag tomorrow.
You're representing the Bass Nation. This is your first Classic. To see the sea of humanity that showed up there at takeoff this morning, how hard was it to get out there and just calm down and fish?
It was crazy. I fished a ton of tournaments. I fished at Auburn, I fished the Opens, and honestly, until this one, that Nation Championship was the most nerves I've ever felt because I was leading going into day 3. And this was like double that going into day 1. So it's absolutely insane what it's like, but it's still a tournament. So if you calm down and look past that, it's just fishing, and then afterwards it's just this, and it's huge. But it's awesome to be here and see all this.
It gets bigger every single day, and I look forward to seeing you all week long here. Speaking of bigger, this is a big one.
Yes, and he's from Clewiston, Florida, Scott Martin.
Fishing his 3rd Bassmaster Classic, a former Forest Wood Cup champion, an 8-time FLW Tour winner, and he was the first qualifier for this event via his Bassmaster Open win on his home lake of Lake Okeechobee. Would love to complete his dream, which is handing that trophy to his legendary father, Roland Martin. Unfinished family business, and he would like to finish it here this week in beautiful Fort Worth, Texas. Five fish here today for Scott Martin. Looks like a good start here today. 17 pounds, 14 ounces. Inside the top 10 in 6th place currently. Digging deep in that Crest City weigh-in bag and gonna hold a few high for you, ladies and gentlemen. A generational angling all-star in Scott Martin. And one day down, and he has definitely put himself in contention for the 55th Bassmaster Classic. 17-14, a great start to things. Got to watch you on live today. And man, you always get jacked up when you catch them, but you were a little extra jacked today.
You know, Dave, this is the 55th Bassmaster Classic. I'm 49 years old. I've been to probably more of them than anybody in here, watching my dad compete for all those years. So today was extra special. I wasn't sure what to expect. The practice was tough. But when I got out there and I finally caught my first bass, it just was like 1,000 pounds off of me. I'm here for one reason, and that's to try to win something for my dad. I'm trying to hold that trophy up one day and just hand it to him, and that's all I'm gonna do. I'm just gonna fish my guts out, just let the good Lord bless me and just guide me on the water. Hopefully I catch another big bag tomorrow, and it's just amazing to stand here on this stage in front of the crowd and have my wife and my kids and my family support me. It's just unbelievable. And my dad's 85 years old. So Pops, we got a chance.
That's all you ask for, a chance, and you definitely have put yourself in a good spot. I would love to see it happen. Stand right in the middle of this stage. The weather seems to be getting a little warmer. Is that going to help your bite?
This is an interesting tournament because you have to practice anticipating where you think the fish are going. And so today, I fished where I thought they were headed, and I think more could go that way. So we'll see what happens. With the weather, it was so windy today in some of my places that I missed a few key bites. If it lays down just a little bit and I can pick everything apart, maybe I can get a couple of those really big fish in the boat.
Love to see it happen. Let's hear it for Scott Martin, ladies and gentlemen. A big, big name in professional angling. And speaking of big things, everything's bigger in Texas. And this is setting up to be an incredibly large Bassmaster Classic. The expo was jammed today. Takeoff was jammed. Chris, I know you couldn't do it without a lot of support.
Yeah, 100%, Dave. I mean, obviously we have great sponsors, and they're more than sponsors. They are true partners. They just want to elevate the sport of bass fishing just like we do, but it takes a local host. People might not realize how much it takes to pull up any bass event, a Bassmaster Elite Series, a Bassmaster Open, college event. But heck, the Bassmaster Classic, the biggest event in the business, and the Fort Worth Sports Commission. Give them a huge, huge round of applause if you don't mind, because we have to have that support. And they've been with us literally, you know, people think it takes months to put this together. Heck no, it takes years. And they've been with us for years, getting the infrastructure, getting Dickies, getting the convention center, getting the state park, getting all the restaurants that host various events, all together to make this literally the greatest weekend in bass fishing.
We love it, and we thank them. One more time, let's hear it for Fort Worth Sports Commission, ladies and gentlemen. If you're happy the Classic is back here, just like we are. I want to see another angler, though.
All right, Dave, how about from Buford, Georgia, Dylan Atkins?
He is the 2024 Bassmaster College Classic Bracket Champion. Not just that, he is the Team of the Year along with his partner Chase Kerr. They won Team of the Year. He won the college bracket, and he's our next collegiate qualifier representing Emmanuel University in his very first Bassmaster Classic. And when you see the path that so many former collegiate champions, Jordan Lee, you name it, John Garrett, so many of them gone on to greatness in this sport. And this young angler might be the next one. 4 fish here today. 14 pounds, 7 ounces. One short of a limit, but with 14 pounds, 7 ounces, he moves into 13th place and puts himself in contention to make his way into Championship Sunday at his very first Bassmaster Classic. 14-7, I know you're kicking yourself being one short of a limit, but man, you're representing thousands of collegiate anglers all across the country, all around the world. How does it feel to be this year's collegiate champion?
You know, it's an honor. It was a long time coming. I made it my 4th year of college, but probably 10 years ago today, I was just a kid in the crowd dreaming of just going to college to fish. Nonetheless, making it all the way here, it's honestly just a dream come true.
Well, decent day today. Did you ever have number 5 on?
I did, and believe it or not, I lost it in a tree out of all things.
Never heard that happening here.
Yeah, I know. There's only so many of them, so.
Gonna get another shot tomorrow. How are you feeling about your chances?
I'm feeling optimistic. I know where some big ones are. I saw them today. I just got to convince them to bite, and we're going to go down swinging, so.
Go make it happen. Great to have you here. Not done yet. Keep catching them.
And welcome from Raceland, Louisiana, Tyler Rivet.
He is a 4-time Classic qualifier, an Elite Series champion. Took that win on Lake Okeechobee. A member of the Bassmaster Century Club, got that Century belt just a few days ago, but earned it right here in the great state of Texas on Lake Fork. 4 fish here today. 11 pounds, 7 ounces. He moves into 17th place currently. Let's hear it for Tyler Rivet. $11 pounds, 7 ounces, sitting in 17th place right now. But hey, you're fishing another Classic, and that's always a good thing.
Yep, that's right. I went out there today thinking that too. You know, you never know when's your last classic, so you just like live it up on every one. And I've learned from the last couple of classics that limits don't do anything here, so you got to go for the big ones, and that's what I did today. And of course, I've caught my smallest fish all week today, so we're gonna go back out there again tomorrow and try to catch them. Just to let y'all know from here on out, like any classic or elite tournament, do not pick me if there's any 15-mile-an-hour winds or plus, because I cannot fish in that. I catch every tree, I catch all the catfish, and I nearly fall out the boat 1,000 times. So I'm gonna go out there. I think it's a little calmer tomorrow. I think we'll be able to get on them. I dumped a good bit of fish today, and something with me in the first day of the classic. I don't know what it is. So tomorrow we're gonna get the dirty 30, I hope, and bring it home for my family.
I'd love to see it happen. Glad you stayed in the boat. Glad you got back here safe. We thanked the fine folks from the Fort Worth Sports Commission just a few minutes ago, and we have a few anglers that are representing the great state of Texas, but there's only one of them that lives in Fort Worth. Who do we got next?
Well, the party's at his house on Sunday night from Fort Worth, Texas, Chris Zaldain.
A 9-time Bassmaster Classic qualifier, 2-time Bassmaster winner. The Zaldangerous one has been obsessed with this event. Let's welcome him right, Fort Worth, your very own Chris Zaldain. He has absolutely been obsessed by this event and this body of water, and bringing us 5 fish here on day one, 18 pounds, 11 ounces, and that obsession pays off on day number 1. He moves into 6th place currently with 18-11. Let me hear it for the Zaldangerous one, Chris Zaldain. I know you love smallmouth, but I didn't expect to see you holding one here this week.
That was a surprise little smallmouth, man. We were working hard out there. 18-11, hey, that's a little Ray Bob starter pack is what that is. Every time I move spots, I throw my big swim bait up there, and that's how you win here in March, North Texas. Every single time I'd have a giant follower. Today I had to pick up a jig and just catch, you know, what I could catch, and I'm looking forward to tomorrow because this south wind coming out of the Gulf is warming things up. I really like what I'm seeing. Every single time I put the trolling motor in the water, I'm seeing a big one. So really looking forward to tomorrow. And one thing about this lake, Lake Ray Roberts, I've fished it for 12 years. It's a very flip-floppy lake. And my standards, 18-11, that's kind of an off day. So this is kind of my flop day. Tomorrow's going to be my flip day. We're going to come in with 30 plus.
I would love to see it. It amazes me, though, that you're able to even focus on catching a bass. The amount of stuff you've had going on leading up to this event. I mean, you had a crawfish bowl for charity on Monday. You've been involved with, you know, Fort Worth and promoting this event. Did it feel good to just actually go fishing and not do? I mean, all those things are great, but this is what you love.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm a California transplant. The first thing I learned when I moved to Fort Worth, well, one, you know, when I was packing my truck up and everything, I had just this little space, and it was either pack all my swim baits or pack California politics. Guess which ones I packed? Yeah, so I left that at home. The first thing you learn when you come to Fort Worth is you got to be hospitable. You got to show the hospitality, right, Fort Worth? And thank you guys for showing out and showing up. But yeah, we're playing angler, we're playing host this week, but it's all good. It's only 1 week, man. This is the Bassmaster Classic. We're going for it tomorrow.
Go make it happen, Chris. A great first day.
And now welcome from Summerville, South Carolina, Patrick Walters.
He is a 6-time Bassmaster Classic qualifier, 5-time Bassmaster winner. Boy, his list of accomplishments, he hasn't been around a long time, but he is stacking them up. Holds the all-time smallmouth record, the biggest win margin. Woo! 5 fish here today for Patrick Walters. 12 pounds, 13 ounces. He moves into 17th place currently. $12.13 for Patrick Walters. 30 top 10s, unbelievable, but this is a title you want bad. How you feeling about day number 1?
I felt really good. This was the best day 1 I've ever felt. I was calm. I didn't get in a hurry. And Ray Roberts got me last time. I was in 2nd place after day 1. Thunderstorm came in, and I sped up on day 2. I only caught 1 fish. Well, today I was like, you know what? We got some different conditions. The wind's blowing. I slowed down today, took my time, and I should have sped up. So it's, I'm going to get my timing right, but had some opportunities. That's fishing. If y'all make sure y'all want to follow me all season long, go to my website, patrickwaltersfishing.com. Subscribe to the newsletter. We're going to have some good stuff in there. Man, didn't have the day 1, but I'm telling you, we're going to rally. We're going to do it.
I'm looking forward to watching it go down. Always great to share the stage with you. Let's keep them rolling.
And welcome from Cairo, Georgia, Drew Cook.
He's a former Dakota Lithium Rookie of the Year, a 6-time Classic qualifier, and an Elite Series champion. Took that win in 2022 on Sandy Cooper. I got a little something to show you, Fort Worth, Texas. Five fish for Drew Cook. Five fish here today for Drew Cook. 18 pounds, 6 ounces inside the top 10 in 7th place currently. With 18 pounds, 6 ounces. Get loud for AFCO Pro, Drew Cook. $18.6, pretty decent first day.
It was a decent first day, but you know, had some missed opportunities that you just can't afford to have on a place like this. You know, the bites are tough. I think I had 9 bites today and caught 6. And you know, you gotta get that average up. But you know, this week I had some issues with my truck. Southwest Toyota, they came and got my truck, took it back, fixed it, brought it back, took it back, fixed it 3 times, and I owe them a huge shout out. That way that JB Truck Bodies truck could come through here, and Zaldain hooked me up with them. I appreciate all my friends and family, and we're gonna get them in the boat tomorrow.
You're definitely gonna get an opportunity. I mean, in 18.6, when you call that a tough day, that may make you a very scary cat as this weekend rolls on.
It's trending in the right direction, and I think the wind in 2 days really hurt it, but it's not going to blow 40 tomorrow. It's going to be 80 degrees, not get too cold tonight. Sounds like we might go ice buying.
Go get them. Always great to have you here. So much going on here at the Bassmaster Classic. So many different events, not just the weigh-in, but how many people went to the Outdoor Expo today? Let me hear it from you. The GSM Outdoor Expo, the Bassmaster Classic Expo, always a good time. It is truly one of the greatest opportunities to see the who's who of professional bass fishing. I mean, everybody was there. I saw Kevin Van Dam, I saw Rick Clunn, I saw Bill Dance, I saw the legendary Bob Cobb, everybody rolling around that place. If you haven't checked it out yet, make sure to check out the GSM Outdoors Expo, and it is going to be going the next 2 days, because this is just day number 1, and this classic gets even better as it rolls into the weekend. And speaking of even better, this guy's one of my personal favorites. Everybody loves this next angler.
And he's from DeBerry, Florida, John Cox.
A 7-time Bassmaster Classic qualifier, 2-time Bassmaster winner, 9 FLW Tour wins. And in a world dominated by forward-facing sonar, he doesn't even have one on his boat, ladies and gentlemen. 5 fish here today for John Cox. He don't need no stinking forward-facing sonar. 22 pounds even, and John Cox moves into 3rd place currently. Double deuce, 22 pounds even, and John Cox is sitting in 3rd place at the 55th Bassmaster Classic. That's a pretty good first day, John.
Oh, man, you know, I felt a little bad. You know, all you guys out there that beat the bank like I do, I had to back off today and had to fish out offshore a little bit and about 3 feet. So it was a little bit deeper than normal, but, man, caught some nice ones, man. Ray Roberts got some good ones. I didn't even get one of those monster ones that live in here, so I'm really hoping tomorrow maybe we can get lucky and get one of those real big ones. And, man, I can't believe everybody coming out. Thank you, guys. And, man, if you guys haven't been by the Vexus booth, they're giving out T-shirts with my face on them. So if you want one, head by the Vexus booth and pick one up.
I want a T-shirt with your face on it.
Yeah, I think they're free, too, so.
Even better.
Yeah. So, yeah, I'm excited. Oh, there's my family out there. Wow, nice jerseys, guys. They look good. They all flew out. And, you know, without them, I wouldn't be able to fish as much as I can. And, you know, today in the back of my head, I knew that I was coming home to them and just stayed calm and waited for them to start biting. So,
you got to be excited about this warming trend.
Yeah, I was like, just get by the morning, and then we got the next couple warm mornings. So I'm really excited.
I'm excited to watch it go down. Let me hear it for John Cox. This next angler got very close the last time we were here, as close as you can get without actually holding the trophy.
And he's from Shelby, North Carolina. Welcome, Matt Arey.
A bridesmaid finish the last time we fished a classic here. He's a 6-time classic qualifier, a 2-time FLW Tour winner. No stranger to championship competition, 6 classics and 11 FLW Cups. 4 fish here today for Matt Arey, a proud representative of Team Toyota. Four fish for 13 pounds, 6 ounces. He moves into 18th place currently.
My youngest daughter's favorite thing is when you say giant bass. So would you mind?
I'll do it. I'll do it for her. Boom shakalaka, giant bass. I take requests, no problem. And I mean, I didn't need a request on that one. A good fish right there, and a bag maker, really. I mean, one short of your limit, and that fish is a major reason you have 13 pounds.
It is, man. That was the first bite this morning of the Bassmaster Classic, and I had that fish about 7:45. And ran around and had 3 more by 10:30, and I didn't have another bite until about 2:30 this afternoon. And unfortunately, that one's still swimming in the lake. We only had 5 keeper bites today, but I didn't get to hit a lot of stuff I wanted to, obviously due to the wind. I'm sure you've heard that 1,000 times, but we'll get to run around tomorrow and fish some new water. I'm trying to run a pattern here, but it's it's just few and far between the bites, and I think the right ones are starting to set up on some of the stuff I want to run tomorrow. So we'll see. I mean, there's a 25, 30-pound bag in Ray Roberts, and somebody's going to catch 25, 30-pound bag, and it's going to carry him through 3 days, and so that's our plan tomorrow.
I gotta believe, I mean, every classic you roll into wanting to win, but being so close to holding that title right here in this arena, how much more driven are you in this one?
Well, obviously it's a very different lake than it was in 2021, but my first classic in 2020 at Lake Gunnersville, you get a little sucked in with this is the gauntlet. Like, it's a 10-day process. I left Shelby a week last Wednesday, and we've been down here every day since. And there's one goal. There's one goal when you come to Bassmaster Classic, and that's to win, and that's it.
Love to see it happen for you. Let's hear it from Matt Arey, ladies and gentlemen.
And welcome from Catawba, North Carolina, Shane Lehew.
Came very close to winning the Elite Series event just a few weeks ago down in Florida. His 6th Bassmaster Classic. And the Baby Shark returns to the Classic, bringing us 5 fish here today. £12 2 ounces, puts him in 21st place, currently with 12 pounds and 2 ounces for Shane Lehew. Let's hear it for him, ladies and gentlemen. £12 2 ounces, so a decent day today, just a little bit too much baby in those sharks.
We talk about this every time. We're at a big fish lake, and I bring in 12 pounds for a limit. If I would have been told I was going to catch a limit today, I figured anywhere from 14 to 20 pounds. And it just never happened. I don't know why I got stuck with the 2-pounders, and that's happened way too often here lately. So this place has got giants swimming around it. Obviously, I'm going to change my mindset going in tomorrow and try to get 3 to 5 bites instead of trying to catch a limit. I'm going to need, a 25-pound bag to even have a chance to get back in the top 10. So, and that's always a goal, get in the top 10, try to win this thing. But I want to say thanks to my wife. The Rivets are also in the cheering squad with the wife, as you can hear over there. So, and West Logan's family, thank you guys. I got to say thanks to my wife. She has been a huge part of this. I've been on the road for about a month. I've been home for 2 days in probably 40 days to start the year. So thank you, honey. I appreciate all the support.
Always great to have you here. We look forward to seeing you back here tomorrow. Firsts are always special, and this next angler is fishing his very first Bassmaster Classic.
And welcome from Clanton, Alabama, Wesley Gore.
Rolling in the Mountain Dew wrapped tundra to his very first Bassmaster Classic. Keep your eyes on this guy. Got a very bright future in professional angling. And this is what I would say is his first of many classics in his future. 4 fish here today. 14 pounds and 9 ounces, not bad for 4 fish for 14 pounds and 9 ounces. He's inside the top 20 in 16th place currently. 14.9, so a pretty decent day considering one short of a limit. Did you ever have number 5 on?
I did. I left number 5 out there. I said I didn't need it today, but we're going to go back out there tomorrow and get it. And hopefully we double that. That's the goal. We're around them, I promise. But this is unbelievable. This is what I've dreamed about my whole life, is coming into this arena and weighing in front of these people. And anybody in here could do this, I promise. If you want it better than you want to breathe, then you know this is what you need to be doing, and that's how I am.
Well, it's great to have you here. How did you calm down after your first Classic takeoff? I mean, all I do is introduce you guys, and I leave there shaking like a chihuahua. I don't know how you actually focus on fishing. Was that easy for you?
Yeah, after I beat myself to death running up the lake, it beat all the nerves out of me, so I was ready to get to going fishing, and we'll be ready to go tomorrow. Hopefully the wind don't blow as bad, but I'm excited.
Can't wait to watch it go down. Great to have you here.
And welcome now from Yamanashi, Japan, Kyoya Fujita.
His second Bassmaster Classic, 2 seasons on the Bassmaster Elite Series, and in both of those seasons, he has an Elite Series victory. Just kicked off his 3rd season a few weeks ago down in Florida, so give him time. He might add number 3 to that. 4 Angler of the Year titles in Japan, 6 Japanese titles. And looks like a pretty good start to things for Kyoya Fujita. Keep that noise going for Kyoya Fujita. Just another one of our international anglers competing on the Bassmaster Elite Series. And he is competing here at this Bassmaster Classic because he looks like a good day number 1 for Kyoya Fujita. 5 fish here today. Needs 25 pounds, 10 ounces to take the lead. 21 pounds, 14 ounces. Moves into 4th place with 21-14. Get loud for Kyoya Fujita. (21-14) sitting in 4th place. Good start to things, Kyoya.
Yeah, good, very good start. Yes, pretty good day. But practice is very no good. So 4 days, 2 fish. Very no good, but change tactics and change the wind direction. I try open mind. This fish today, it's good time.
It's better to catch them today than practice. Winning practice doesn't pay very much. Tomorrow, gonna catch them again?
Yeah, maybe. So I lost 5 pounder today. Oh my gosh. So tomorrow is wind change direction. So maybe today different today. So but tomorrow is. I hopefully catch 10 pounder tomorrow. Yeah.
I would love to see that. Let's hear it for Kyoya Fujita, a great first day at his 2nd Bassmaster Classic.
Now welcome from Oliva, Wisconsin, Pat Schlapper.
He's a former Bass Nation national champion, a 4-time Classic qualifier, and he qualified for the Bassmaster Elite Series twice, once through the Nation and once through the Bassmaster Opens. 2 fish for Pat Schlapper to start things off here on day number 1 of the 55th Bassmaster Classic, the Bass Pro Shops Bassmaster Classic, presented by Under Armour. 7 pounds, 8 ounces, puts him in 32nd place currently. He worked hard for him, ladies and gentlemen. Let's hear it for Pat Schlapper. All 56 qualifiers deserve to be celebrated. Pat, tough first day, but hey, you're fishing the Bassmaster Classic, and you know rallies can happen, and rallies can happen in a big way, especially in the body of water that we're playing on this week.
Yeah, I mean, I'm happy to be here. It's my 4th one, so no matter what happens, it's so cool to be up here on this stage. And I saw what can happen in a day out here in practice, you know, so I could get 5 like that big one I had today and slide in there. So Texas, you never know. Any hook set could be a 10-pounder.
That's for sure. Are you going to change things up technique-wise, or is it just a subtle adjustment in the same area?
I don't know what I'm going to do, honestly. I mean, those 2 I caught there, I was just kind of winging it. I stuck with my game plan most of the day as much as I could with the wind. And, you know, I'm fishing like isolated targets out in the middle of nowhere, the way I love to fish. But it was just so hard in this wind, so I don't know what I'm going to do tomorrow. That's the one thing with being way down in the standings. You can just go fish and have fun, and if you land on them, then good. If not, you go work the expo.
Well, you've had big days in Texas before. We'd love to see you have it again here at this week.
Now welcome from Fayetteville, Tennessee, Brandon Lester.
He is a 2-time Bassmaster winner, 1 in the Elites and 1 in the Bassmaster Elite Series. His 9th Bassmaster Classic, the always lethal Brandon Lester. You got to keep your eyes on this guy because he can be a threat anywhere in the country. 5 fish for Brandon Lester here on day number 1, Bass Pro Shops Bassmaster Classic, presented by Under Armour. Looks like a good way to start things. 5 fish for Brandon Lester, 17 pounds, 2 ounces. He moves into 12th place currently. And definitely puts himself in contention for that championship Sunday cut. 56 anglers the first 2 days of competition, and only 25 on championship Sunday. We'd love to have Brandon Lester with us all week long. 17 pounds, 2 ounces. That's a pretty decent way to start things.
Man, it is. They made me nervous this morning, though, Dave. I didn't have my first bite today until about 11 o'clock. Them little demons start chirping on your shoulder, you know, and I just kept my head down. It's typical pre-spawn, you know. You see that a lot in the pre-spawn. They bite better later in the afternoon. I finally got a bite, kind of clued me in. I just feel like I made a bad decision right off the bat this morning, kind of got in a bad rotation, so I'm going to change it up a little bit tomorrow and see if we can bust a big bag.
That warming trend's got to get you excited, too.
It definitely does. You know, this time of the year, you want those warm nights, because I noticed this morning when I got in my starting area, when I found those fish in practice, that water was about 62 degrees, and I felt like those fish were right on the verge of starting to spawn. This morning, it was 56. So it knocks it back a little bit, and then you get that warm afternoon, and it kind of comes back. So I'm excited to get back out there tomorrow, Dave.
Excited to watch it go down. We're on Fox all day tomorrow. So much going on, ladies and gentlemen. Of course, I don't know if you saw the announcement, but the Bassmaster Elite Series is now the Progressive Bassmaster Elite Series. But Progressive, a big player here at the Bassmaster Classic this week. We have our Progressive Insurance tailgate party. Who here likes to party? You're getting quiet on me, Fort Worth. I know you like to party better than that. Who here likes to party? All right. The Progressive Tailgate Party going down outside of the Outdoor Expo. Make sure to check that out. So much stuff going on there. A lot of activations, a lot of fun games, things going on. And on top of that, you get to watch the Bassmaster live set. Davey Height, Mark Zona. That's right. Mark Zona's back, ladies and gentlemen. We've got any Z-Train fans in the house? It's the Bassmaster Classic. Of course, Mark Zoda's got to be part of the mix. Tommy Sanders, Davey Height, Ronnie Moore, all sorts of crew over there breaking down the action. Peter Miller on the set. Make sure you become part of that. Cheer them on. Have a good time watching all the action. And that is at the Progressive Tailgate Party. I'll see you over there because I do enjoy a party. Tom, I know you like to party. Let's party with this next angler.
Well, he's out of Hayden, Alabama, Josh Butler.
Fishing his very first Bassmaster Classic via his victory in the Bassmaster Opens. A St. Croix Bassmaster Open win, and you're into the Bassmaster Classic. And he did that, but unfortunately, kicking stones across the stage here today. No fish for Josh Butler this time around, but hey, you're in the Bassmaster Classic. Welcome to the Classic stage. And I know that one hurts, but man, there is thousands, no, millions of anglers watching you right now that would love to be standing in your shoes.
No, 100%. I mean, it's disappointing, no doubt. I mean, zigged when I should have zagged. I know tomorrow I'll do a total 180, but I promise this, I won't complain next time I'm back home in Alabama and they say 10 to 15, because it is blew its head off all week, and I just haven't adjusted. I haven't figured it out, but tomorrow's a new day. Big ones are here, so we'll go try to swing on Dirty 30 or something.
It definitely can happen. We're in Texas. We've seen giant comebacks here. Do you change everything totally, or is it just a subtle adjustment in the area that you've been fishing already?
I think I'm going to have to change areas. I fished a different side of the lake today, and I probably should have went to the other because I just figured it was going to fish very small, and I just took a gamble today, and it didn't pay off.
Tough first day, but don't worry. You got another shot at them tomorrow, and you are a Bassmaster Classic qualifier.
And now welcome from Deal, Maryland, Brian Schmidt.
He's a four-time Bassmaster Classic qualifier, 3 Bassmaster wins, 2 in the elites and 1 in the opens. Holds the all-time record for the most Toyota Series wins. Digging deep in that Ranger live well. Get loud for Brian Schmidt. Had a bridesmaid finish at the Bassmaster Classic just a few years ago. 5 fish here today for Brian Schmidt. Looks like a pretty good day at the office. A good start to things. The 55th Bassmaster Classic, the Bass Pro Shops Bassmaster Classic. 5 fish, 21 pounds, 5 ounces, 21.5, and Brian Schmidt moves into 7th place currently. A good day indeed. £21 pounds, 5 ounces, sitting in 7th place. And you've definitely put yourself in contention after day number 1.
So much to talk about, but I don't have enough time. I left these fish. I started on them, lost a great big one, caught a big one. The wind got to me, I spun out, ran all around, came back in there with like an hour and a half to go and put it together. We got a home tomorrow, we're not gonna run around. I feel really, really good. Left some fish out there, but we have a plan. So it's a really good feeling to, you know, stumble into that and really see the potential and know you got hopefully two more days to get it done. My son, Dylan, he got me a lucky horseshoe yesterday. He found some shop that has lucky horseshoes and he gave it to me and put it in my boat. And this is no joke, about noon, I was struggling, I looked at the horseshoe and the day turned around. So we got a chance, man, we're gonna get after it. super excited for tomorrow.
Shine up that horseshoe. You're going to go out there again tomorrow and put it to the test. You've been close. A bridesmaid finish here. How much would it mean to you to stand in the center of that stage, look out to your son and your whole family, and know that you got it done with that horseshoe?
That's all I want. That's all I want to do. This is an event that's in my wheelhouse, and I'm kind of upset about today, to be honest with you, even though it looks good on paper. There's an opportunity here, so we're going to get after it.
All right. Look forward to seeing you back here tomorrow. Our next angler, clearly excited to get out here.
Look, Dave, it's from Benton, Arkansas, Jeremiah Kendi.
His first Bassmaster Classic. Via a St. Croix Bassmaster Open win, 15 pounds, 13 ounces. He's inside the top 20 in 16th place currently. So a decent start to things for Jeremiah at his very first Bassmaster Classic. 15-13 to kick things off here on Friday, day number 1 of the Bassmaster Classic. And man, you gotta feel good, 15-13. Decent day today. I mean, you didn't catch so much that you're going to be stressed out and not be able to sleep tonight. So you're going to relax and going to get them again tomorrow and hopefully fish all the way through to Sunday.
That's the goal. I just didn't want to get too far behind today, so I have a chance.
So that was the plan from the beginning?
Well, I would have rather caught 40 pounds, but that's what I caught.
Well, that's good. It's good. I mean, you're in a great spot. What did it feel like? First class, like leaving with that sea? I mean, driving there this morning, as inclement as it was, as cold as it was, I thought nobody's going to show up. But thousands and thousands of people showed up to watch you guys idle away. How do you relax after seeing that?
Once you can get out on the water and make a cast or two, it's okay. But till you get there, it's total chaos. My heart was pounding out of my chest. It's just truly amazing.
Amazing to have you here, and I can't wait to hang out with you all week long. Let's hear it for him, ladies and gentlemen.
Now welcome from Ridgeville, South Carolina, Kyle Austin.
Another one of our St. Croix Bassmaster Open qualifiers. Win and you're in, and that's exactly what he did. Took that win on Santee Cooper, where he spends a lot of time guiding for catfish. Three fish here today. Cal Austin with 3 fish to kick off his first Bassmaster Classic. 7 pounds, 10 ounces, puts him in 35th place currently. He worked hard for them, one of the top 56 anglers in the world fishing here at the Super Bowl of bass fishing, the Bass Pro Shops Bassmaster Classic, presented by Under Armour. 7:10 for day number 1. Kyle, you're a Bassmaster Classic qualifier, and going to get another shot at him tomorrow. And this is definitely, if you watch our leaderboard, it is definitely going to be one of those ones where we're going to see some big comebacks tomorrow. Are we going to see one from you?
That's what we're going to hope for. We're going to try to catch 25 and get back in it. But the biggest thing is, Dave, whenever I started coming to the Classics, I always said I will never go to a blast-off until I'm in one. And I have fished one day competition, and I still haven't been one. So spent a little time at the service yard, getting some mechanical issues figured out, but got some fishing in this afternoon. I like what I see. Hopefully we catch one tomorrow.
We missed you at Blast Off. For those, as he said, he didn't make it to Blast Off because was dealing with some mechanical issues, but they got you fixed up, got you back on the water. I promise we'll make a little extra noise for you tomorrow.
Yeah, if anybody's coming out to Blast Off tomorrow, make some extra noise. I want to see what it's about.
We'll definitely blow the doors off it for you. Let's hear it for him.
And now from Springville, Alabama, Wes Logan.
his second Bassmaster Classic. He's an Elite Series champion. The little ball of hate, Wes Logan. Oh boy, looks like a pretty decent day today.
I got him, man.
4 fish here today, but if you're gonna catch 4, it might as well be these 4. 4 fish on day number 1, Bass Pro Shops Bassmaster Classic, 20 pounds, 9 ounces. 20 pounds, 9 ounces for just 4 fish. 1 short of a limit, but still in it to win it with 20 pounds and 9 ounces. He moves into 8th place. Boy, those are definitely 4 of the right ones. Did you ever have number 5 on, Wes?
Yeah, it was about a 35-pound channel cat. So, but I guess I got the wrong email. I thought this was a 4-fish tournament. I'm at the wrong classic. Thought it was a 4-fish limit. But no, yeah. But no, for real, man, I'm so blessed to be standing on this stage after what happened last year. At, I mean, I'm sure a lot of people know about the wreck at Champlain. I mean, just to be on this stage. So, I mean, it's a true blessing. I got my whole family here. I got great sponsors. And I tell you what, I wore that new AFCO Fortress rain suit every day this week, and it hadn't rained a drop. But it kept me dry out there in those waves. But I don't know. I'm fishing for big ones, and if I get bites, they're big ones. Maybe I can put them in the boat, and I don't know. Maybe we'll be blessed and get 5 tomorrow and see what we can do.
Love to see it happen for you. Let's hear it for Wes Logan. We got all sorts of, we are 46 anglers into this weigh-in. That means we got 10 more to go, ladies and gentlemen. Friday's weigh-in is always a long one, but it doesn't seem quite as long for me because I have these ultra comfortable Under Armour kicks on here today. Under Armour, our presenting sponsor, and I want to thank Under Armour personally for keeping me comfortable up there, but also supporting bass fishing. Under Armour, part of many, many sports, but who's excited to see Under Armour part of the greatest sport on earth, professional bass fishing? Let's hear it for Under Armour, ladies and gentlemen. Now this next one, he did pretty good. He did, not only is he good, he does real good in Texas. He's the youngest ever to win on the Elites. Tom, feed me another.
Above from Carbondale, Illinois, young Trey McKinney.
The youngest Elite Series champion in history, the youngest angler ever to qualify for the Bassmaster Elite Series, already a member of the Bassmaster Century Club, and weighed in the 3rd biggest winning limit in Elite Series history, and oh boy, somebody went to the Piggly Wiggly and come back with a whole sack full. A good start to things for Trey McKinney. Needs to be very good to take the lead. Looking for 25 pounds, 10 ounces. 26 pounds, 9 ounces, 26.9. And Trey McKinney is your brand new leader with a Crush City monster bag. The youngest Elite Series champion in history is now leading the Bass Pro Shops Bassmaster Classic presented by Under Armour. 26 pounds, 9 ounces. You are leading the Bassmaster Classic. How does that feel?
I think it's called speechless, something like that. I don't really know what to say. I thought about it for about a week about what I was going to say when I come across this stage, and I still come up with anything. And I just want to thank everybody that was always there for me, helping. I got my family up in the stage right there. They're standing up. Even my dad got to come, and if a man can hear it, Rick Cheatham, I want to thank him so much for just mentoring me and showing me so much about the sport. So absolute awesome. I thank you, all my sponsors. I can see Chris right there. I want to thank you so much, man. And I want to thank all y'all. Y'all make the sport go around, so it's unbelievable. I don't even know what to say. I'm stuttering.
What is unbelievable to me is you are somewhat unflappable, it seems. For as young as you are, to win an Elite Series event, the youngest ever to do it, the youngest ever qualify here, and in your first Bassmaster Classic, Was there nerves, or are you just like a droid put on this earth to steal titles from the rest of them?
I don't know about that. You know, it's one thing. I just love fishing, and I'll say I know how to catch a few bass, but other than that, I don't got much going for me. But I'll tell you what, it's a great time this morning. I couldn't even like breathe properly. I felt like I was like trying to take a deep breath, but I couldn't. So it's an unbelievable time, and I can't wait to get back out there.
I can't wait to watch it go down. Congratulations. Let's hear it for your tournament leader, Trey McKinney. From the youngest angler to the angler in the field that has fished more classics than anybody in this year's classic.
And he's from Gonzales, Louisiana, Greg Hackney.
He is a former Progressive Bassmaster Angler of the Year, a 6-time Bassmaster winner, and a 19-time Bassmaster Classic qualifier. The Hack Attack, digging deep in that Phoenix live well. Let's hear it for him, ladies and gentlemen. We got any Hackney fans in the house? Five fish for Greg Hackney here today. £17 6 ounces, so he throws his hat in the ring, moves into 15th place currently with 17.6. A good start to things for the Hack Attack, Greg Hackney, as he tries to chase down the only title in this sport that has eluded him, and that is the Bassmaster Classic. Hackney 17.6, pretty decent way to start this thing.
You know, I left a couple of them out there I wish I would have had today. You know, things just changed a little bit. They didn't bite as good as they had been doing. We still had a little wind. I will tell you, the wind is not your friend on that lake, but it's good. I'm glad. I just kind of salvaged the day because I had, like I said, I had a bad start. Had a couple come off, so I wouldn't tell you I wouldn't like to have more, but I'm pretty happy with that.
It's definitely going to be in this tournament, and we've seen what happens in Texas, and we see how quick things can change. The warming trend going to play well for you?
I think so. I think that'll help. The water temperature was down a little bit today from what it was in practice. And, you know, again, there's giant bass out there, like lots of them, you know. And so a couple of those bites today, you know, would have turned around, and I might have had a couple of them that I didn't catch. But I knew that would be the deal coming into this. It's kind of like a Florida tournament. You know, where you really need one of those 8 or 9 pounders a day, or maybe 2, to have a shot to win this one. So, you know what? We just keep our fingers crossed, and we're still looking for Dirty 30.
Go get it tomorrow. Would love to see it happen.
And welcome now from Stevens Point, Wisconsin, Jay Shakurat.
Fishing his third Bassmaster Classic, a 2-time Bassmaster winner, one in the Opens, one in the Elite Series. A former Dakota Lithium Rookie of the Year. And looks like a good day for him. Our later flight is definitely putting it on here. 48 anglers into this 56 angler weigh-in. Good start to things for Jay Shakurat. He does well in classics, and he's done it again. 23 pounds, 7 ounces, 23.7. And Jay Shakurat, once again in contention, had a Super 6 finish last year, came close to an Elite Series victory already this year. $23.7. Sitting in 4th place right now. What is it with you and Bassmaster Classics? I mean, you fished 3 of them. It feels like you came close to winning all of them.
I don't know. I had the worst practice of my life, probably. I'm not going to lie. I feel like I'm just fishing really free right now. You know, nothing really matters. I just kind of go into a pocket. Whatever happens, happens in there. But I want to say hi to all my family that came out, friends and family from Wisconsin. It's a long trip. You know, they flew, they drove. This is just an awesome tournament. But one thing I teased last year and actually the year before. That girl up there, that special girl up there, now does have a ring on her finger. So we did that in the off season, and it's been a good one.
Working out pretty good. In a great spot after day number 1. Weather's supposed to get a little warmer, be a little bit more hospitable. Is that good for you?
Yeah, I mean, I had 3 good bites today. You know, I had 2 babies and I had 3 good ones. I left a couple out there. You know, I didn't actually hook them, but I just feel like I could have caught them and they didn't commit. So you never know what can happen. I mean, 1 9-pounder and I got, you know, close to 30 pounds. I had one pretty small in there. So you never know. Anything can happen.
Go give me the dirty 30 tomorrow and I'll see you back here. Let's keep them rolling.
Welcome from Martin, Georgia, Tyler Campbell.
He is a classic rookie, qualified from the Bassmaster Team Championship. Last guy into the Classic, but it doesn't matter how you make it in. It's what you do when you get here. Former collegiate angler has dreamed of making a living in this sport, and this is a big step in the right direction. Two fish for Tyler Campbell here today. Six pounds, 12 ounces, puts him in 42nd place currently. Hold it high, let's hear it for him. One of the top 56 anglers qualifying to be here at the Super Bowl of bass fishing. So kind of a tough first day, but man, first day jitters are gone. Tomorrow's a big rally day, right?
That is correct. Unfortunately, the workout song did not work. We did not turn our swag on today. Yeah, that's right. We got the first day jitters out. I think that's what kind of got me today. Kind of got the wheels turning a little bit. I had 2 more great big ones like her hooked and didn't get them in the boat. But man, this is unbelievable. It's a lifelong dream. I'm happy to be here. Tomorrow we're going to get them.
I like that attitude. Are you changing areas, techniques? What's the plan?
No, I know I'm around big ones. I mean, when you get a bite here, it's usually a good one. I just got to execute tomorrow. We're going to stick to the game plan, and hopefully we'll put 5 big ones in the boat and make a jump up the leaderboard.
Go make it happen. We'll see you back here tomorrow. Great to have you here today. 50 down, 6 more to go.
And the next one up is from Bowmanville, Ontario, Cooper Gallant.
A 3-time Classic qualifier, a Bassmaster Open winner, rolling in the monster-wrapped Nitro Mercury. Used to be a member of the Splashwell, watched these Classic weigh-ins, dreamed of being part of it, and now this is his 3rd one. 1 fish today, 2 pounds, 11 ounces. Tough first day, Coop, but hey, you're back in the Classic, and every time I see you rolling up here, I have visions of you sitting in that crowd watching this. I mean, you have literally focused on this dream and made it come true, and it's true inspiration to everybody.
Yeah, Dave, I like to try and say this at every Classic. If there's any kids in the stands that want to be up on this stage one day, you can. Like Dave said, it wasn't too long ago when I was in those stands, and here we are fishing my 3rd Classic. It's a dream come true. Just thankful to be here. Brutal start, but it's all good. I'm just happy to be here. So thankful for all my friends and family, sponsors, Bassmaster for giving me the opportunity growing up to fish in the Bass Nation. Without that, good bosses growing up, my parents, friends, family, sponsors, I wouldn't be up here. So it means so much to me. We're gonna go have fun tomorrow and just put our head down, have some fun, and enjoy every second of it. This is the biggest stage in bass fishing, and again, I'm just so thankful to be up here. Love you guys. We'll see you tomorrow.
We love having you as part of it.
You'll rally. I know you will. This next one, a lot of people have been waiting to see how this goes down for our next.
Well, he lives in Texas, but he's from Omaha, Nebraska, Ben Milliken.
£8, 2 ounces. And the mic starts working right on time. Puts him in 39th place, but the flow is freaking flowing.
The flow's flowing, man. That's about all that was flowing. It was rough today, man. I had high expectations, high hopes after practice, and just didn't keep them buttoned up. Lost a couple giants today, but I didn't give her many bites. If you didn't notice, it's been a little tough out there today. But good news is, one, look at that support section up there and all the red 402 jerseys out there. That's amazing right there. Got that support. And two, we got a secret weapon tomorrow, Dave.
Secret weapon?
Yeah, we got pickled quail legs. I'm gonna eat one of these right here on stage.
Oh, don't do it. No, don't. No.
Have one with me?
I will not. I am not.
Okay, here's yours, Dave.
No, I'm not doing it. If you catch 25 tomorrow, I'll have one with you.
Deal. I like that a lot.
All right. But seriously, smell them. Let me smell. That doesn't smell good at all. That does not. I mean, I might need 30 pounds to eat one of those.
Yeah, that was a really rough day. I'm hurting from that one, to be honest. But we're not completely out of it yet. This place has 10-pounders, and we're going to go try to get 5 of them tomorrow.
Why pickled quail eggs?
Only because they're delicious.
Okay, I'll trust you.
I'll see you at weigh-in or at launch tomorrow.
All right.
I'll talk you into it.
No, not at lunch. You got to catch them tomorrow, and I'll eat it.
I don't have a choice, so yeah.
Okay. Go make it happen. I kinda not sure if I want him to catch him tomorrow. Who do we got next?
Well, from Benton, Arkansas, it's Stetson Blaylock.
A 6-time Bassmaster Classic qualifier, an Elite Series champion, and a member of the Bassmaster Century Club. The youngest angler ever to win on the FLW Tour. Been around a while and been very close in this very event. I know he wants a Classic title. 5 fish here today. 18 pounds, 8 ounces. He moves into 13th place. 18-8, sitting in 13th place, so a pretty decent start to things for Stetson Blaylock. Got day one, started in the right direction.
Yeah, after my practice, I feel really good about that. You know, I kind of knew it was going to be a decent day. When I caught one on a bait I haven't thrown all week in the first 5 minutes, it was slow, but I think the key here is getting an area and just hunker down, and was able to do that. Caught that big fish late in the day and kind of settled the nerves. Got a few more bites than I expected, so hopefully there's more fish coming and we can get it going tomorrow good.
More bites than you expected, so pre-fish was tough?
It was, yeah. I think I had more bites in the first 2 hours today than I had the whole practice. But, you know, that's what practice is for. I mean, when you have high winds, you run around, you kind of find an area where you feel like the big fish are coming to and that they're moving into, and hopefully I found that area.
Would love to see it happen for you. You've been close before. He'll get it before he's done.
Now welcome from Montgomery, Indiana, Jeremy Knepp.
His very first Bassmaster Classic. He's the third member of our Bass Nation anglers representing here. Top 3 in the Bass Nation National Championship qualifies you to be here as part of the Bassmaster Classic. Jeremy, welcome to the Classic stage. Five fish here today, 17 pounds, 4 ounces. I'll take that. Puts him inside the top 20 as we wind down our way in 18th place currently. $17 pounds, 4 ounces, puts him in 18th place, and it's a pretty good start to things.
It is a good start, but these guys can catch them. Yeah. They know how to do it.
Well, you can catch them as well, 17-4. Got to be happy with that. Tomorrow, a little better. Get yourself into Sunday, and anything can happen.
Yeah, that's a plan. I couldn't fish a lot of my water today with the wind, so hopefully we can get after it tomorrow.
You're representing the Bass Nation. That's got to be a pretty cool feeling knowing you made it through over 20,000 Nation members.
Yeah, it's a dream come true for sure. Just want to give a quick shout out to all my sponsors, Brownies Marine and Apex Drone Solutions.
Great to have you here. Congrats on a good start. We'll see you back here tomorrow. We've had pickled quail eggs. Now how about a fruit bat?
Well, I don't know about that, but from Cooperstown, New York, Kyle Patrick.
He is a two-time Bassmaster Classic qualifier, a Bassmaster Open winner, and a member of the Bassmaster Century Club. Been working some late nights here in Fort Worth to get ready for this Bassmaster Classic.
I wish I could.
4 fish here today for Kyle Patrick. 10 pounds, 14 ounces, puts him in 38th place currently. Gonna dig deep in that Crush City weighing bag. Get loud for Kyle Patrick. Always good to have the fruit bat up here on the Classic stage. And did you stay in the boat today?
I did, and I'm thrilled about that. But what I'm not thrilled about is the guy that put a bunch of rebar into his stump, and my Phoenix didn't like that too much. Yeah, it was not fun. But hey, I had a rough day today, but I find myself, late in the day just thinking about, me as a young kid wanting to do this for a living and standing on this stage with my friends, family, all the amazing sponsors that I have. I mean, seriously, I got a little, frustrated today, and I had to think about the big picture and, being here, seeing my lovely girlfriend, hopefully soon to be fiance,
Special things can happen at the Bassmaster Classic, Kyle. Is that what we're hearing here? Or?
No. But I need to lock that down because I'm weird and no one else would date me, ever.
You do need to lock that down, trust me.
Yes, 100%. But yeah, hopefully we can go out tomorrow and make the cut. I mean, I know I'm around some good fish, and yeah. The other thing I have to mention, and I know I've been long, is I've had a couple companies with me for a really long time, and without that support, I really, truly couldn't be on this stage. I, put everything I have into fishing, and they back me. Powerhouse Lithium, Douglas, X Zone, all these guys have been with me for, through and through, and I can't thank them enough.
It's awesome to have you here on the stage. Looking for big things tomorrow. This has been a great day, number one. We're not done yet, but we would not be here at all without one company. One company, if you're happy that Fort Worth, Texas is the host to the 55th Classic, I need you to make some noise for Bass Pro Shops, ladies and gentlemen. This is the Bass Pro Shops Bassmaster Classic, of course, presented by Under Armour. But Bass Pro Shops, basically Disneyland for the outdoors person. We thank them. I love them. We are so thankful that they're supporting not just the Classic, they're supporting the Cast, an amazing show that shows the history of this sport, everything that has built this sport, and the amazing moments that happen at the Bassmaster Classic. But one amazing moment that, well, a lot of Texas has been waiting to see is coming up right now. Tom, feed me another.
Well, he's from nearby Longview, Texas, Lee Livesey!
He is a proven big game player, a 5-time Classic qualifier, a 4-time Bassmaster winner, weighing the 3rd biggest limit in Bassmaster history right here in the great state of Texas, 42 pounds and 3 ounces, and would desperately love to hoist that title right here in front of his home state crowd. Double guns loaded, bang, bang. Lee Livesey came to play. Rolling out to a little Whiskey Myers, which just happens to be one of his many cool sponsors. Let's hear it for Lee Livesey, ladies and gentlemen. Ooh, a big day today, but needs a big day to take the lead. Needs 26 pounds and 10 ounces. 5 fish here today. 23 pounds even. He moves into 5th place, and look out, Lee Livesey going to be a player in the 55th edition of the greatest spectacle in all of sport fishing, the Bass Pro Shops Bassmaster Classic, presented by Under Armour. $23 pounds even, sitting in 5th place, and you're in a great spot, Lee. You're sitting in 5th. Got a few pounds to make up, but you're on a body of water where you know it can be made up, and things are going pretty good.
Yeah, life is good, man. That was a rough day. I think I had 1 fish at 11, and just made it happen, you know. But somebody backstage just asked me, what is the Classic to you? And it is exactly this. State of Texas, my home state, family, friends, sponsors. That's right, thank you, Texas. It's a dream, the Bassmasters Classic, whether you're young, old, you know, boy, girl, it doesn't matter. This is a dream. And I just want to thank all my fans out there and all my family. Thank y'all so much. I'll see y'all tomorrow.
Always great to have you here. It's a bad day to be a Busch Light. Lee Livesey sitting in 5th place. And ladies and gentlemen, that concludes our day 1 weigh-in. Our tournament leader, the youngest Elite Series champion in history, trying to become the youngest Bassmaster Classic champion in history, Trey McKinney with 26 pounds and 9 ounces. Right behind him, a 2-time winner in 2024, Cory Johnston with 25 pounds and 9 ounces. followed by Easton Fothergill, a two-time winner in the Opens last year. Behind him, Jay Shikurik. In 5th place, Lee Livesey. In 6th, John Cox. In 7th, Kyoya Fujita. Hunter Shryock in 8th, Drew Benton in 9th, and in 10th place, Brian Schmidt riding his lucky horseshoe and trying to become a Bassmaster Classic champion. This has been day number 1. I want to thank each and every one of you for being part of this. The Friday weigh-in is always a long one. It takes a while to get the boats back here with Fort Worth traffic, but the good news is we got through it together, and this just gets bigger and better as this week goes on. We will see you tomorrow morning for takeoff at 7:30 a.m. You can follow the action on Big Fox tomorrow. Coverage on Fox. This is the Super Bowl of bass fishing, so it might as well be on the same channel as the Super Bowl. And of course, we will see you tomorrow afternoon right here in Dickies Arena to find out who our top 25 is going into Championship Sunday. Have a great evening, enjoy being, and I'll see you next time.